Hi everyone, today I tell you about part 2, where Paul goes down and something amazing happens. Part 2, the amazing miracle. Paul brings Eutychus back to life. After Eutychus fell from the window in Troas, everyone rushed downstairs in fear. People were shocked. They thought he had died. The moment of fear. Eutychus was lying on the ground. He was not moving. Everyone gathered around, worried and silent. It looked like there was no hope. Paul goes down. Paul the apostle immediately went down to him. He didn't panic. Instead, he went close to the young man, bended over him, held him in his arms. The miracle happens. Then Paul said something powerful. "Don't be troubled. He is alive." And at that moment, life returns to Eutychus. He was restored completely. God worked through Paul, and the situation was changed from tragedy to life. After the miracle, everyone was filled with relief and joy. Eutychus was brought upstairs alive. The believers were amazed at what God did. And then something surprising happened. Paul went back upstairs and kept teaching until morning. Simple meaning. This miracle shows God can bring life where there seems to be none. Fear can turn into hope. Nothing is impossible for God. I can explain why Paul said, "Don't be troubled." He is alive before the miracle was fully seen. Let's explain that moment. When Paul the apostle went down to Eutychus in Troas, he said, "Don't be troubled. He is alive." But at that moment, people were still afraid, because they hadn't fully understood what was happening yet. 1. Paul was acting in faith, not panic. Paul didn't just react emotionally. He believed God could still help, trusted God's power in a hopeless situation. So he spoke with calm confidence. 2. He may have already sensed hope. The Bible doesn't explain every detail, but Paul went to the body immediately, embraced him, then spoke words of life. This suggests he wasn't fully convinced it was the end. 3. His words calmed the people. Everyone else was panicking, thought Eutychus was dead. But Paul's words stopped the fear, gave hope before they even saw the result. 4. Then the miracle became clear. After Paul acted in faith, Eutychus was restored to life. Everyone's fear turned into joy. Simple meaning. Paul said he is alive because he trusted God, not what people saw. He brought hope before the situation was fully understood. After the miracle with Eutychus in Troas, here is what Paul the apostle did next. 1. He went back upstairs. After Eutychus was alive again, Paul returned to the upstairs room. The believers were all together again. 2. They shared a meal. The Bible says they broke bread together, a shared meal, communion time. This was a sign of fellowship and faith. 3. Paul kept teaching. Even after everything that happened, Paul continued speaking. He taught until morning. This shows how important his message was to him and the believers. 4. Paul left the next day. After finishing his teaching, Paul left Troas. He continued his missionary journey. Simple meaning. After the miracle, life went back to worship and teaching. The church became stronger in faith. Paul continued his mission. Big lesson. This story shows God can turn fear into joy. Life continues with stronger faith after miracles.